Hello everyone and welcome. It is I, Lemon, and sorry if there's anything in the background. There's this chihuahua looking thing outside. So if you hear barking, I'm sorry. I'll try to edit it out, but I don't know. And I'm presenting What if Smudge and Rusty join ThunderClan, but Smudge is evil. And time lapse will be in the background. I hope you guys enjoy this, and the next one should be out soon. Now please enjoy my first what if. Smudge woke, excited to get pets from his two-leg. He stood up smiling at the day that waited outside, perfect and sunny. He longed to go outside. His curiosity about the wildcats only matched his fear of them. He looked at the door into his backyard, seeing Rusty waving at him. What now? Smudge thought. He better not be hanging out with the forest cats. They could hurt him. He knew he would do the same, but he worried for his friends so often. Smudge, Rusty mewed as soon as Smudge stepped outside. You'll never believe it. What? Smudge asked. His tail twitched. He was missing feeding time. Rusty grinned from ear to ear. Just come, he yelled, now jumping on his tail. Fine, Smudge said, following Rusty over the fence. He paused, watching as Rusty walked into the forest. In there? He asked worriedly. Come on, Mousebrain, Rusty said teasingly. Suddenly, a shape lunged on Rusty. Another cat was attacking him. Get off, Rusty said, under the cat's paws. They only pushed him further into the ground below. Smudge leapt towards the Rusty, snarling at the cat who was attacking him. He had amber eyes. His fur had one long black streak on his back. Get off of him, Smudge hissed. Rusty was trying to push the cat off. Make me, the gray cat snarled. He was only around Smudge's age, so he couldn't be hard to fight. Without warning, Smudge unsheathed his paws and began scratching the cat viciously. Blood began dripping on his claws. The gray cat huddled in a corner beneath Smudge. Then he leapt back at Smudge, growling. But easily, Smudge threw him back on the ground. Whoa, the gray cat murmured. He winced at his scratches, but they were mild. I never thought a kitty pet could beat me. Smudge pinned the cat down. I surrender, the gray cat yelped in surprise. Smudge let go, faking a mean impression. His tail flicked. Don't hurt my friends. The gray cat nodded, and Rusty approached Smudge. Wow. Rusty grinned towards Smudge. You totally saved me. Don't know how we'll gain that, though. Rusty nodded towards Smudge's bloody claws. I don't like licking blood off of others. When have you ever had to? Smudge laughed. Rusty never had to clean blood. What was he talking about? Fire will save the clan. A voice mumbled from the trees. Hello? Smudge said, looking at Rusty, who was cleaning the gray cat's wounds. Show yourself, Smudge shouted angrily. A slender, tall, blue cat appeared. Her eyes were icy, and she wore a regal facial expression, looking disappointed in the gray cat. Graypaw, come here, she said to the cat, who obeyed with no hesitation. You two, she looked at Smudge and Rusty. You have been one of my cats. I am impressed, and I have a proposal. Smudge looked at her respectfully. She was obviously a leader of some sort. Rusty looked at her eagerly. He was always so enthusiastic, and always hyper. Yes, Smudge said respectfully. I know you two are kitty pets, and soon you will visit the cutter. The cat began to speak, but Rusty cut her off. The cutter? The cat looked down at Rusty, slight annoyance in her eyes. Yes, and I, Blue Star, leader of ThunderClan, allow you two to join my clan. If you accept, I will bring you into the heart of my clan. If you decline, your mercy will be at the cutter's claws. Can we have time? Rusty started, but Smudge cut him off. Of course, Blue Star. Smudge couldn't let Rusty ruin this opportunity. He had longed to meet a wildcat, but now he could be one of them. He couldn't believe it, but he wouldn't let Rusty decline. Very well, Blue Star dipped her head. I will warn you, my cats are not very welcoming. Rusty followed Blue Star and Graypaw, enthusiastically grinning. Smudge followed at his friend's side. Smudge had a serious gaze. He was normally so happy and carefree, but seeing his friend get hurt had changed that. He would do anything to keep Rusty safe. The forest carried many unknown noises and sights. Smudge saw at least 5 birds in one tree, but scared them off when he walked. His super collar. Rusty leaned towards Smudge. Wonder what forest cats are like, he meowed. I don't know, Smudge replied honestly, smiling at Rusty. Whatever they are, though, we'll be fine together. Smudge twined his tail happily with Rusty's. Graypaw looked up at them. He grinned at Smudge and Rusty. We're almost there. Okay, Rusty said happily. Smudge nodded at Graypaw and continued walking. They reached a tunnel and Smudge could hear and smell so many cats. He was here. Bluestar walked in front of Smudge, then sprinted towards a tall rock, letting out a roar that told every cat to gather under the rock. Cats of ThunderClan, began Bluestar. Bluestar began. As we all know, ThunderClan is terribly low on cats. Well, in the forest, there are 2 brave and strong cats that will be joining our clan. What's this? A dull cat hissed. They smell like kitty pets. The cat sneered. He had a long tail that flicked in anger. ThunderClan will not take any kitty pets. I bet they're spineless, Bluestar. You must see this. They probably run in fear on the sight of a mouse. He sneered at Smudge, who kept a calm exterior. He would kill this cat for disrespecting Rusty. Try us then, Rusty growled at the cat, who grinned wildly, lunging towards Rusty. Smudge knocked him to the side, unsheathing his claws and scratching the cat's underbelly. Rusty soon came to his aid, scratching at the cat's arms and legs. The cat leaped up, turning his attention to Rusty's collar. He was going to strangle Rusty. Smudge ran towards the cat, pushing him down from the side. His collar got stuck on a branch. He pulled and pulled as the yellow collar began to stretch. Then, snap! Smudge ran forward, catching up to the cat. Move! Smudge shouted to Rusty, leaping in front of him, watching as a claw aimed straight at his eye. In a flash, Smudge felt claws reach his eye like a spoon. Then, darkness swallowed half of his face. He saw his eye rolling away in a blur, blood dripping from half of Smudge's face. Smudge hissed at the cat weakly, who had a face of pure terror. Smudge! Rusty called in fear. He could barely hear anyone. Smudge's legs began to shake, and in a moment he fell unconscious. Cats surrounded him, and he heard Rusty fighting and beating the cat. Why couldn't Smudge see? He woke later to the chatter of cats surrounding him. Smudge saw Rusty and a young calico cat. Oh dear, the calico cat said. Poor kid. Rusty looked up at her. Spotted Leaf, will Smudge be okay? Oh yes, Firepaw, mewed Spotted Leaf. He'll be fine after a few minutes. He'll never quite see the same, though. His eye won't grow back. He'll be able to train soon, she reassured Rusty with a kind look. Firepaw? Smudge mewed, getting up. Who's Firepaw? Me, said Rusty happily. I'm an apprentice now. So are you. Your new name is Smudgepaw. Bluestar herself will be mentoring me. Smudgepaw nodded as Firepaw continued. Your mentor will be Tigerclaw. His old apprentice, Ravenclaw, is horribly sick, as Spotted Leaf tells me. She says that he got poisoned by an adder. Oh, Smudge said. Who's Tigerclaw? A shadow loomed over Smudge, silencing both of them. A cat stood over him. He was a brown tabby with ferocious amber eyes. Smudgepaw, he meowed in a gruff voice. You fought well, just protect your friend. He looked Smudgepaw's shoulder, like a true warrior. Thank you, Smudgepaw mewed, standing up for broad and puffing out his chest. Anything for a friend. Tigerclaw nodded. We'll start off small with your He flicked his tail in annoyance. A step back, but you'll make a fine warrior for ThunderClan. Smudge nodded. I will be the greatest ThunderClan warrior. He didn't quite know what warrior meant, but Tigerclaw seemed proud, so it must be good. Will be the greatest warriors in ThunderClan, meowed Firepaw happily. Smudgepaw didn't know what he would do if he and Firepaw turned against each other. Alright, well, you guys can finish watching the time-lapse if you want, but that is the end of the what if. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, night, whatever it is, and if you have any suggestions, please write them in the comments. This what if was all made possible by my friend and editor, Justis Fancypants. Please enjoy the time-lapse, or click off and enjoy whatever other video you want.